My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I am figuring out how we're gonna light this room up. So this room right here is gonna be a little different than the rest of the rooms. We're gonna do the walls in bone white. I mean, the whitest white I can possibly get my hands on. And we're gonna do the lighting system that I have in my hallway in here, which I'm pretty sure I have one downstairs. I have white lights under my deck right now that I'm not even using, that I could be using in here, honestly. I might strip those out and put them in here too also. They're weatherproof. So, like $60 for lights outside I'm not even using. All right, so right now, we're gonna get into this for a minute, but I wanna check out something really quick. So in here, our meter readings, I think our meter readings are actually much brighter outside. Let me see for a minute. I'll disconnect you guys for about a minute here because I got the charger running on my phone. I want to see something for a minute. So in here, with the meter, we have about I don't want to interfere with the sensor. So I want to be on the right side of this. So we're around probably 6:30, 6:35 in here. And the sun's not even up yet. So this is how much light we're coming off of this. But in my hallway's different. My hallway's brighter. These are special lights that you use for hotels. I'm trying to figure out when we're gonna fix this room up. But I want this room to be super bright. I mean, I want this room to be really high white. So these would be the lights I would install in. So let's see what we're getting in here. We need these lights to max out. Let's see what we're getting in here. Okay. So this is what we're picking up in the hallway right now. I don't think I have my lights on super bright in here. Let me see, I'm gonna go back. Check my remote control. These are the remote control to these lights. What's the brightest we get in here? Ooh, okay. That'd be the brightest? Yeah. This would be perfect. This would be perfect for doing testing in the room. Perfect. All right. So these would be the brightest I have right here, the mid settings. So these are the ones I like. I gotta get some more of these. I hope they still sell these. So we can get up to around in this room, probably about 1600 maybe. We can breach that 1600. We're not gonna max out in here because the lights aren't bright enough. But we can get it nice and bright in here. So if I install them on the floor, because I want them on the floor. There's one outside. Yeah, we got hit hard today with a snowstorm. Anyway, if I install them on the floor, if I'm installing them on the ceiling, we're gonna install them on the floor, and everything here is gonna be bone white. The only thing that's not gonna be white is this is gonna be painted, but this is gonna be painted a different way. So we're gonna put frog tape around here so we can get that black border in here, but this all has to be white. Curtains, everything. And then we can have the lights out and basically have this room brighten up. You know, we're gonna have two different settings in here. Lights on, lights off in here. So this will be a zone for testing out screen paints. All right, so let's get to this demonstration really quick. I don't want to get sidetracked. I want to see exactly what I need to do to start working on this room here. All right, so in this demonstration, simple and plain, we're going to be showing you, and I had to be up early for this because like I said, we need to be dark in here to do these demonstrations. We're going to show you why gray screen paints do not have the ability to pull color in a dark environment. Now, I watch a lot of these demonstrations with these gray screen paint products and mixes, and these demonstrations, they have to use their products in a dark environment due to the fact that they have a really hard time picking up color and contrast. I'm going to show you, even with the lights out, even in a dark environment, even at 4300 lumens, which is my Sony behind me right now, that these screens are going to have a really difficult time trying to pull proper color and a proper contrast levels. Also too, showing that our technology at the end of the day can see amazing white levels, also too, contrast and color, the whole 9 yards. So let's begin. So the screen we have painted under the projection screen here is using a Sherwin-Williams house paint. Keep in mind, for those of you that think at the end of the day that it's a house paint, it's not an actual screen paint. That's not considered to be a screen paint product. It is at the end of the day. So as I said before, we're going to be mentioning this fellow quite a bit in a lot of our videos. Screen paint we're able to match this to was under a YouTuber by the name of Crow1176. His product matched perfectly, 3 of them matched perfectly to a paint we purchased over at Sherwin-Williams, which was Network Gray SW773. I'll be putting my link below where we did the review on his products next to the household paint or the house paint that matched perfectly. So technically at the end of the day, this is his product laying against the screen right now. All right, so, and also keep in mind, for those of you who feel that I'm a bit unfair in this, keep in mind we did give him the opportunity to back his products up. We gave him all the information to do so. He failed to do the demonstration and refused to, so it is what it is. All right, so let's continue on. Let me see. We need to get the projector fire up first. Get that going. Like I said, 4,300 lumens is plenty of power for a projector. The average projector is not using 43 at all. These are venue projectors. If a venue projector can't pull up on your screen, well, your everyday home theater is not going to do it, because these projectors are designed for commercial use. That's why we use the big boys in here. Got them all set up over here, getting ready for more demonstrations. Projectors are being set up in here. We got bringing rails up here, so that way we can set up for doing all different forms. We're going to do all kinds of stuff in this room. It's going to be pretty interesting stuff we're going to do in here. I'm going to set up a table up in here for doing grummets, for designing my own grummet screens. So we're doing it this summer. Instead of me going out and buying these $48 screens, I'm going to build them for much cheaper than 48 bucks and spray it with our coating. Put our own grummets in at the end of the day. All right, let's take the fire stick. Hopefully, yeah, fire stick is in the room. Yeah, make sure we got everything. I got to order some more fire sticks because right now we're short. All right, so there is the screen popping up. Now, one of the things that we have to do when it comes to testing our products, we have to test them on a black on black. A black on black is a test where we take a projector, 1,000 lumens, 4,000 lumens, 5,000 lumens. We do it at a distance throw, and we have to be able to do a demonstration versus black products, as in black paint, as in black fabric, and so forth, to see exactly at the end of the day if somebody can mimic, or at the end of the day if our product is going to match anything other than black, or our screens being black, we're going to match another black surface. This is something that we request upon gray screens to do the exact same thing, but like I said, it's not something that'll ever get done because at the end of the day, they have no way of backing the product. All right, so let's get over here and let's get something here to play. Let's start off with some colors. Red screen. Let's get the lights out. Now, 2 problems you're going to have. Another thing, dedicated theater rooms. I guess we're going to do a video strictly on dedicated theater rooms. We just did one yesterday, but we're going to do more refined on that one. But more, let's talk about other things. We're just going to get bare tacks to it, brass tacks to it. That at the end of the day, using a gray screen or a white screen in a dedicated theater room is a huge, massive fail. Because at the end of the day, like I said, Screen Innovation also pointed this out. Not a big fan of how they carry themselves at the end of the day, but you got to respect how they do their business at the end of the day. And when I saw that video of when he brought that screen down and it just canceled out all that white light, you have white light ricocheting off your screen, on your ceilings, on your walls, everywhere. What's the point of having a dedicated room if you got a spotlight staring you in the face? Even white light reflects in the back. That's what we're going to do, all going white in the environment to show you how much white light you're going to be reflecting. Even the floors, when we're doing them in bone white, so that way you can see all that white light transferring all through your environment, how much light you're picking up. And some people may say, well, you know, if I have a dark environment, it's going to cancel that out. Not really, not really. The only thing it has the ability to absorb 100% white light is a black hole. And if that was the case, if this environment was a black hole, you wouldn't be seeing any of this. Light does not transfer in a black hole. All right, let's take the lights out. Now what I want to do is I turn my camera to the side. Because the reason why I do this is because I want you to see the curtains right here. Now these curtains are just veneer curtains, light travels through. I think the ones I got behind me where light can pass through to a certain degree, but you're gonna see how much of the color is gonna be transferring here. But not only that, you're gonna see how washed out and how faded the image is gonna be. I have to be early for these demonstrations at the end of the day because I can't be in here when the sun's up. Because like I said, this room is going to transfer a lot of light. Let's get our neons out so we can get it completely black in here. Now that's how much light you're transferring off your screen right now. Let's make sure we got the remote controls. We need everything on this right here. In this little section over here, the remote controls back on the rack. I'm trying to teach myself to put my remote controls back here. Yep. There we go. Good. Good. Last thing we need to do is be losing stuff in this place. All right, now let's bring up red. Now, most people looking at this are going to think they're seeing red. This is not red. This is actually a washed out red. The red level should be much darker than this. Usually when people are faced with this problem, the first thing they do is either upgrade their projector or they start calibrating. You can calibrate from sun up to sundown. You're still going to have a washed out red. This is what you're supposed to be seeing. Now remember, keep eye contact at the color of the screen and at how much light is being transferred to where the curtain's at. There you go. Now you can see that you're actually seeing the color red off your projector. Mine, the projector I'm using in the demonstration is uncalibrated. The reason why I do not like to use calibrated projectors in demonstrations, because it's a form of cheating. Keep in mind that every customer that you're going to be working with, at the end of the day, is going to have a caliber projector. This is why I'm against when people do demonstrations with contrast demonstrations and they do this in the dark. This is an act of trickery. The reason why it's an act of trickery is because if you do constant demonstrations in the dark, what happens to the customer who doesn't use it in the dark? What kind of reaction is he going to get off the product? There you go. All right, let's change over to color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
All right, there's the color blue. That is the actual color blue that you're supposed to be seeing from your projector. Look at the wall over here where the curtains are at. See how much light is being blocked? Now let's bring it up and show you what you're getting. If you use a gray screen paint product. The problem is when you watch these demonstrations, there's no comparison there. You have to have some form of comparison to can get an idea of exactly where the product is going to work and where it's not going to work. And when they don't do this and they just show their screen independently by itself, this is where you're going to have problems. There you go. See how much light's transferred to the curtain? See how much light's transferred to the ceiling? Let me give you another eye opener. Let's turn to the back and show you how far your light transfers. Here's the wall right there. This is why we're going to do this area in bone white to show you how much light you're reflecting off your screen. Let's bring it down. There you go. The reason why people have dark theater rooms, dedicated theater rooms have been around almost forever. They have. And there were no such thing as gray screens. There were no such thing as black screens. The majority of most screens that were in dedicated theater rooms were white. So in order to deal with the light that was reflecting off the projector and bouncing all over the walls, this is where they started darkening the environments. So all that darkening walls. And at the end of the day, I research a lot of stuff. I love what I do. So I go back and I research movie theaters from the 1920s to the first movie theater that ever opened up. I like that kind of stuff. First projectors that were developed from 35 millimeters to screens that were 1.1, the old-fashioned stuff. In order to understand how technology works today, you have to study the past. So you can't come on camera and just start running your mouth about saying, oh, at the end of the day, the silver screens are the, no, they're not. That's the worst. That's old technology. And the thing about it is, when I go to a lot of these forum sites and I see these amazing home theater setups, and the first thing I see in there behind an amazing, powerful projector is a gray screen. And that's when I come in and show them this. At the end of the day, guess what? Someone has repainted their screen and I got a sale. Because I can show you and back it up instead of talking on camera. I can back it up and show you this is what's going to happen. That's how much light you're reflecting off. You can have a bone white dedicated theater room and you can basically cancel out all that light reflecting off your projector in your environment if you have black technology. And that's what we're going to prove in this demonstration. When we turn this room bone white, because that screen's going to cancel out a 4,300 lumen projector, a 5,000 lumen projector without a problem. Where if we show this on that gray screen, this area is going to light up. Let's turn to the side over here. Let's go to the back. Now this is where you're going to be sitting at. We're going to get Mr. Mannequin. We got a Mr. Mannequin coming in. All right, let's bring it up. Oh, it's worse when you show white. Trust me. Look at the curtains behind you. As we're bringing the screen up, this is how much light that's reflecting back in your face. We're not even halfway up yet. There we go. That's how much white light just transferred to your room right now. Look at the ceiling. And you don't, and the sad thing about it is, not only do you have light transferring to your environment like that, but you can't even pull the proper color. You're supposed to have blue, and you have a faded, washed out blue. Now let's go bring it down and see how it changes for you. I guess we're doing two things here at the same time. We're showing the screen washing out, and we're showing light transferring, bouncing all over the walls and stuff. We're showing a little bit of everything. I like to be thorough in my demonstrations. That's why I say when I come on here, you're not going to hear me giggling and laughing and stuttering. No. I know what I'm talking about at the end of the day. There we go. Look at the background. See all that light that just canceled out? There you go. My projector is white. You see right there? See how that, you can't see the projector? It's nice, but it's right on in. See, that's how it's supposed to be. This is how your setup is supposed to be. Not a bunch of lights reflecting all over the place. All right, let's see if we can get some proper color in here. Let's do colorful 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's get our screen up first. I've even watched demonstrations for people to understand when they're showing up their screen, the background and your Amazon dashboard has washed out. We can see everything. I can see all that at the end of the day. Let's go to some nice bright colors, okay? All right, so we're gonna come up colors and contrast at the same time. This is a very good one right here. Now, in this demonstration here, you think you're seeing contrast, right? You're not. See that whole washed out area right here? This is all washed out, all completely washed out. This is supposed to be jet black. This is supposed to be it's a different shade of black. It's supposed to stand out, but the background is supposed to be a solid black. When it comes up like this, it shows at the end of the day, the screen is not seeing a contrast level. I'm gonna show you what you're supposed to be seeing. When my screen comes down, everything would transfer to its original color. You'll see the background comes solid black. And because the screen can produce an amazing white level, you will see the object come to life right in front of you. See, there you go. That container is supposed to be black and gray. There you go. That's how it's supposed to look. Bring it back up. Watch the background. I explained to people when you're watching demonstrations, people have their eyes pointed at the objects. You look at the background. Anytime an OLED display is being displayed, always look at the background. Because the background tells the whole story, whether or not the screen can actually see a contrast level. If it comes up gray like this is what you're picking up. There you go. That's why people think I'm sitting there trolling somebody. When you see me sitting there watching a demo, I'm doing videos and I'm going through people's videos, I go, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. That's watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. I can tell what I'm looking at. Even when I see people doing demonstrations of trying to trick it to make it look like they're seeing a contrast demonstration for the environment, there's a certain level that pops up that I can see to tell that there's something wrong there. This is what I see in a lot of his videos. I see the same color shade that pops up in a lot of his videos when he does demonstrations, even in the dark. We can see the difference. You cannot pull a contrast level on a gray screen. It's basic common sense. You can't. It's not going to work. You can try to mimic and get close enough to it, but at the end of the day, it only has gray screen paints. These particular products have their limitations. That's it. They do nothing special at the end of the day. You're getting nothing special. Let's continue on. Let's see, make sure I don't hit my home button. This is why I don't understand how people can be in the dark with these things at the end of the day. I can't do this. I'm sitting there trying to fiddle around, trying to figure exactly not to hit the home button on my Amazon. You know how I can, you know, joy of walking through my house and going, bing, I can go over top and my ceiling will pop on and you see the lights come on. Yeah, I never had to go through struggling trying to figure out where buttons are on the remote control. I'm used to being in well-lit environments all day. I just taught you something right there about my product. All right, let's see if we can figure out where this is at. How many we got this time? Gotta memorize the buttons. All right, see that beautiful picture right there? What's the worst that can happen here? Well, I'll show you. Your colors are washed out, and you're not seeing exactly what you're seeing. And again, the background is supposed to be 100% black. Let's show you what you're supposed to actually see. See the color transfer to the blue? That's why we show you the solid color patterns. It's very important that we show you the solid color patterns first, so that way you can see what your projector is really seeing when you see blue, green, yellow. Are you actually seeing real color? Look at the background right here. Watch how the background transfers to black. See? And still maintains its color at the same time. Why do you think that people like Jamie and Partey are threatened by phantom technology? They're very threatened by it. You have a technology that can see white light, produce amazing colors, and produce a 100% contrast level. That's an extremely powerful screen. Without depending on an ultra short throw projector. If you notice, ultra short throw projector for his main setup. Ultra short throw projector for main setup because the distance still isn't there. They're going to be able to keep more lumens in the process. The room is well lit. This is why these little tricks they use. We notice all that. I'm not a big fan of XY screens. XY Screens has a horrible habit of always using ultra short throw projectors in every demonstration, and their product still looks bad at the end of the day. But this is what you're supposed to be seeing. And you should be able to turn your lights on and still see an exact same image with a slight little change. So I'll show you. See the color here? Watch this. There you go. Now, for those of you who prefer to not turn your living room into a bat cave or a medieval torture dungeon, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, at the end of the day, when you were designing your living room, you went, let me go for that medieval torture look. I mean, I'm looking for that dim lighting. I'm pretty sure that wasn't what you were going for. I'm pretty sure if you got yourself an 80-inch TV, you were like, let's dim all the lighting here, let's darken the curtains, because we don't want to disrupt the picture quality on the TV. So why in the world are you going to spend all this money for these projectors at the end of the day to be stuck in the dark? Now let's see what happens if we take the gray screen and we do the same thing, same environment. What do we pick up? Even worse. This is why when we give people challenges, we say, hey, look, meter demonstration, max out zone, meters must stay lightly on the ground, contrast only. Can't do that demonstration, it's virtually impossible. There you go. That's what you got. Mine, you got a 43, my projector behind me is full 1080p, it's a Venue. It's a 4300 lumen Sony. There's a huge difference between your projector and Venue. Venues is a whole nother world of a projector right there. It's a much more powerful machine. These are used for commercial use. So if this thing can't pick up, yeah, you're definitely not picking up. All right, let's continue on with this. Bring ours down. Pause mine about right there, and let's continue. See the gray lines coming up? Can't see contrast. Everything's washing out. That's what you're getting at the end of the day. Now, the whole theory by this individual, by his professional opinion, who claims that dark technology can't see white light, we can do it at 1,000 lumens with no problem. And a maxed out zone. Where a gray screen can't see contrast even in the dark. So at the end of the day, if you have this on your wall, a gray screen, you have just set your home theater system back by 7 years. You know how old a gray black and white product is? I was making it 7 years ago. I have experience in that field. I'll post one of my old demonstrations from my old company under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, showing me in a much younger year, one younger time, painting a gray screen into a wall. When I tell you I know the downfalls of the product, I know the downfalls of the product. Contrast level was supposed to pull there, didn't pick up. See? It's supposed to be a black level there. It's not. It's gone. Let's go back to it real quick for this steel. I'm gonna see that for a minute. Now you see that right there? See how the steel displays here under the cup? This is a table, steel table. See how it displays here? See how it washes up completely here. See, you can see the detail in the cup and the glass. See how it washes up right here. This stuff wouldn't work on 4300. Wouldn't work on Venue projectors. Venue projectors are pushing out way too much, too many lumens. You're whitewashed, and what do you call it? Snow blind? You're snow blinding your screens. Because at the end of the day, that black screen is designed to capture light and transfer an image, where the white screen with the gray screen at the bottom is reflecting way too much light and it's washing out the image. That's why you have to go in and calibrate your projector. This is why you have to be in somewhat dark environments, because your screen is reflecting way too much white light. It's almost the equivalence of a bump up on pretty much a gray screen of that caliber is pretty much like you call a small bump up from a white screen. So you just have an enhancement of a white screen at the end of the day, pretty much. Now you see that right there? Look at the shine in the steel. And look at it here. Look how it's washed out here. Contrast, and I explain to people, is everything when it comes to a home theater setup. It's everything. If you don't have true contrast at the end of the day, you don't have anything. Like I said, when you see me bring that BenQ projector that's cut in half, that is your scenario right there. You have half a projector. You went out and did the research. You did the homework. You went to form sites to get the best machine you could get for your home theater, just to end up with half of a projector. At the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference. As I said before, you can have the most powerful projector on the face of the planet. It doesn't mean jack if you don't have a proper screen to display it off. Without the screen, your projector is worth nothing, which I'm showing you right here in the dark. black levels, gone. They're supposed to be there. Black levels gone, not there. So look at the background. When those black levels pop up, where are they? They're gone. Let's get an eye opener in here. Let's bring this in. Pause this right here. There you go. Color's washed out. Green's not there. The color of the bird is too light. It's blending in. Look how white the bird's coming up. That's supposed to be a darker color right there. All this is washed out completely. I'll show you what you're supposed to be seeing. Also, too, at the same time, check out the curtains. See how much light you're killing off at the same time. See how the bird comes to life? See how the colors pop? This is what you're supposed to be seeing. With the curtains. There you go. That's what you're supposed to be seeing. Just bring you in a little bit closer. Watch the bird. See the colors wash out? Because there's no contrast in the screen. Can you imagine someone making Marvel comics? You watch, everybody's had Marvel comics before. Do you see the detail in the black levels they put in Marvel comics to make the image push out, to make it come to life? Can you imagine if they just got rid of all that and put it in gray? It would look pretty boring, wouldn't it? Contrast is used in everything. Let's go over to, let's see. I want to bring up something here. Contrast is everything. Here we go. Look at all that light reflecting.
Welcome to 48 square centimeters of 2% cashback earning potential. This is...
See that? That is supposed to be jet black. Look at this symbol in the middle. Pay attention to the symbol in the middle. You're going to make sure that the black screen that passes over it can still display it. If that screen has a proper white level, it'll still remain. There we go. Back over. Let me get back where we had it once, where it came up. Okay, here we go. Pause it here. Put it here. Let me make sure we're right on the bright white. Oh, I told you I hate this mess, man. I don't know how you people do this in the dark. Good gracious. Hold on, I gotta put my lights on for this one. So I can see my remote controls for a minute. I don't know how y'all do it. All right, let's go back here. Everything's gonna have to be backlit in your environment. I'm not saying protect. If you have one of these screens, you're literally gonna have to be in the dark all the time. Good, I can't do it. I can't see remote controls in that mess. There you go. When I paused the video was transferring over to a dark stage. My screen would have had an issue picking it up. But there you go, right there. Oh man, I don't know how people do it. Everything would have to be backlit. I'm sitting there fiddling around, like, am I hitting the freaking home button? All right, now getting back to what I'm saying. So as you can see, we bring the screen down. The background is supposed to stay black at all times. If our screen can see a proper white level, this image right here should transfer on that image right there when it comes down. And there you go. When I paused the video, we had it on the darker edge of it. That's how bright the white levels are on the Phantom. I told you, bright Phantoms have insane white levels. And as I said, black screens can't produce with the lights on. Ooh, ours can with no problem. And think about it. All that time, you naysayers that were denying my technology could have had one of the best technology screens you would have ever had in your entire life in your home theater setup. You would have been able to produce colors on your projector that you have never ever seen before. No calibrating, no expensive projectors, doesn't make a difference if it's this or that. You could use it in a fully lit environment. But as I told you before, we're not interested in his customers. I will, end of the day, you guys email me, and they do email me. I will help you trying to find other solutions, but as for our products, you're not welcome to them at the end of the day. Let's go back. It's not being rude, I just don't want his customers at the end of the day. I'm not that type of person at the end of the day. I'm not here to take his customers. That's why we're not interested in what they offer. His customers come over and contact us. They see these demonstrations. And some of them tested the products out already. They tested against the Sherwin-Williams. They've done these tests already at the end of the day. Because they want to see if I'm wrong. And we get their customers that contact us wanting to buy the products, but we deny them. They can't have it. Because at the end of the day, I don't want your customers. I don't. But we will suggest and help them in other ways. Like, look, okay, you can do it this way. That's why we have the tablecloth. That's why we have the Sherwin-Williams. There's other stuff that you can use. But the Sherwin-Williams is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. But there's other stuff you can use. That great tablecloth is fantastic. That thing did an amazing job. And it's cheaper at that. And we try to help them out, but we're not interested. And your customers are not no, we're not interested in that, no, period. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. But we're not interested in that. And at the end of the day, like I said, it's not to be rude to the naysayers at the end of the day, because some of them are pretty nice. Some are really nice people. Some are just misguided at the end of the day. But I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to get his customers. I'm not at the end of the day. Trust me, we're definitely good, especially when we can do demonstrations like this. Like I said, I get companies that contact us all the time asking us whether or not we want to sell the product or if we're interested in doing contracts or NDAs. I'm not interested in any of that at all, period, at the end of the day. Because for me, that is a potential headache for me. When you're dealing with a company, people have to understand you have to, and even though there is a somewhat small margin of trust there. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, someone's going to stab somebody in the back. So it's like, instead of going through all that stress and all that headache of trying to figure out this, that, and the other, trying to go into board meetings and freaking, when we did have meetings, and trying to figure out who is the wolf in sheep's clothing, who's smile, who's with the telltale sign, it's just too exhausting at the end of the day. And then they got things they're doing, and you got to be a part of that. And no, I'm not doing it. I've done it already. I'm 54 years old. I've done all this stuff already. Not interested at all, period. Now, helping out a mom and pop, a smaller store, that I wouldn't have a problem doing at the end of the day. That I wouldn't do. But big corporations, no, I don't like you guys at the end of the day. I wouldn't touch you guys with a 10-foot pole at all, period. I do enjoy crushing your products, yes I do, but I have no interest in doing any business with you ever, not ever. Due to the fact that I have done business with you in the future, and you guys are some sneaky little jokers at the end of the day. My goodness, I had one, like I said, the one incident we went through on a digital crystal screen paint, we literally had to tear an entire company down and build it up to get out of a 10-year contract. No, I'm good. Look at these guys will smile right in your face, extend their hand,
welcome to the club,
and stab you in the back at the same time. That's why if I do contracts with people at the end of the day that are just starting out, new entrepreneurs. These are the people I like to do business with at the end of the day. These are people are grateful for having our technology. At the end of the day, it's excited about utilizing and using it in different ways to make a profit off of it at the end of the day. This is what I like. Not a big corporation trying to figure a way how to reverse engineer my technology and steal it from me at the end of the day. Yeah, that's why I don't deal with it. I'm not interested in all, period. But I do like testing y'all stuff out at the end of the day. Let's continue on because I don't want to go on and on about something else. What else we got? Because I want to make sure we don't go over time here. Fireworks display. That should be fun to watch, right? Let's check it out. We got the gray screen popped up. Let's see what you get. Oh, I'm sorry. Our screen's down. Is it our screen's down? No. Oh, yeah. Hold on for a minute. That's our technology. My bad. Sorry about that. I gotta stop doing that. That's wrong. I do apologize. You literally thought that was the gray screen point of contrast, stuff like that? No, we can't do that. Let me bring our screen up and get it out of the way. Now you have the gray screen. I've done it in a couple of demonstrations. We call those eye openers. There you go. That's the gray screen. Because then people are probably looking at them like, wow, look at the contrast levels on the. No, that's us. That's us. Oh, again, home button. You know why I'm hitting it? Can't see jack in here. My goodness. Gotta memorize my buttons in here, man. All right, there we go. I'm struggling, literally trying to find the freaking pause button because I can't see anything on the controller. I'm not used to this, man. I'm so used to seeing my controllers all the time. Man, this is a headache. All right, there we go. Oh, man, my demonstration is going to be a lot more smoother. I went in the dark all the time in this mess. All right, let's bring it down. So right now, like I said, this is what you're getting from a gray screen. This is our technology. I know people are probably looking at that thinking, whoa, wait a minute. That's how, he's wrong. Yeah, I forgot my screen was down in the process. Just pulled it up like, nah, I'm sorry, my bad. Here we go, this is our stuff. There you go. Everybody wants that true 100% contrast. Everybody wants that contrast because of OLED. That's what they want. They want that OLED-like projection screen setup. That fish is moving back and forth. That's what they want. They want that true black screen. So how are you going to get a true black screen if your screen is gray to begin with? I don't even know how that theory even works at the end of the day. Well, again, home button. It's going to be happening quite a bit, people. I'm pretty sure that anybody who's in the dark with this stuff, with these gray screens, is having the same issue unless you're doing backlit. And my Fire Sticks are not backlit, so yeah. That's the black technology popping right now. Concentrate on the black background. Tells the whole story whether or not you're pulling a contrast over or not. See the bright colors pop off on the black screen? So when we develop this technology, it has to be able to be able to see color, contrast, and white levels at the same time. Slow color change.
Getting that from YouTube.
screens are quite impressive on black technology. We're going to do a demonstration separately on the white light dispersion off screens. We're going to be doing that for another one of those. We can't do that today because we have to do this in the dark. We have to be in actual blackness. I'm not going to have enough time to do it. So we're going to have to be downstairs. And we can't do it downstairs in the basement. The basement is lit up like a little arcade down there. That's the darkest one we have right now in the house. Show you what you should be getting. Now, once we do the floor in white, oh man, you're going to see things you never even saw before. The whole floor is going to light up. Boom! Anytime when you're using one of these gray screens and lights reflecting off the projector, you're going to watch the entire room illuminate. That's why we're doing it all in red, to show you how much light is pushing off your screen in every direction. Ceilings, everything. Everything in here is going to be bone white, even the ceiling fan, everything will be bone white. So you can see how much of that red light is pushing all over the environment. And of course, back here, we're going to have Mr. Mannequin 2, which is going to be sitting here with his sunglasses on because I don't want to hurt his eyes with all that light pushing back. Let's see about white levels, all right? How about we have a little fun with that real quick? Skyworth, food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, people think at the end of the day, wait, let's pause it for a minute. Can we pause it there? Okay. People think at the end of the day, because you have a gray screen, that you're going to produce a very high white level. That's true, you're going to produce a high white level, but your screen's also going to be plagued at the same time. Not only going to produce a very high white level, reflecting white light off a very white surface, but your colors are going to wash out even faster now. And I'll show you how bad it's going to get. All right, let's back out of here real quick. See that right there, the display that comes on? That's supposed to be jet black. Let's show you what you're really getting on a gray screen. There you go. Can't pick it up. You're not going to be able to pick that up at all. Not going to happen. Now we'll bring a 20,000 to 1 contrast projector, and if it's going to pick up on 20,000, it's going to pick up anything else. That means you're going to have to spend a lot more money. Once you reach over, 20,000 to 1 contrast on a projector, your price is going to start jumping like crazy. Or you're going to pay some money out. You're definitely going to pay a couple grand. So, bare minimum, 20,000 to 1 contrast. We bring you a ViewSonic projector in here that has a 20,000 or 22,000 to 1 contrast ratio. We'll bring that in here. Now, if that projector does not pick up a contrast demonstration contrast level in a dark environment, it means at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't make a difference. If you have a 20,000 to 1, you're not going to be able to see it. All right, let's begin on the white levels, and then we're done here. I got to post this to the website. Whoa! Yep, sirree. Anybody got sunglasses? Let's tilt to the side too, because I want you to be able to see all this. Let's go back a little bit on those red cups over there. I'm gonna look at them red cups real quick. All right, just so much backlit. There we go. Let's look at those red cups over there. How much light's pushing off in the environment? Number 1. All right, take a look at those beautiful red cups. You actually think you're seeing red. Let's go up close real quick. So you can see, think you're seeing what you're seeing. That looks red, right? Nice, pretty colors, nice and bright, right? It looks, you're actually picking up real yellow, and everything looks like it's really picking. Look at all the light you're pushing off in the environment. Look how bright it is in here, coming off the screen. All right, let's show you what you're not seeing. Those cups aren't red, the dishes aren't blue, none of that. All your colors are washed out and fade out. Let me show you what you're supposed to be getting. And I want you to look at the curtains at the same time. Take it all in. So our screen's still maintaining its white levels with no problem. Look at the color of the dishes change right in front of you. See what I mean? I told you, at the end of the day, you are not seeing what you think you're seeing. We can maintain our white levels, we can produce beautiful colors, and we can cancel the light in the environment all in one hit. Just like that. That's what you call quality technology at the end of the day. Not someone saying, oh, I give you quality. Well, you give somewhat a quality depending on your projector. My projector was discontinued in 2012. It's old. And yet I can do this with no problem. Look at the color of the cups. I love doing the eye openers. Now, like I said, for a phantom to be so dark you can't even see it, well, the only thing that would react is black paint. If you put black paint into a phantom, yeah, it reacts the exact same way. I told you, we're going to do a segment on it. We're going to do a demonstration on that. Sony DPO FA30. Let's not forget that piece of fruit right there. Yeah, tomatoes are fruit. I know it's weird, but it is. I still can't get over that. I never could. But anyway, look at that. Now, you look at that. Look at that tomato. Look how beautiful that looks. Let's take our screen out of the equation. All right? And let's see what you get off the gray screen paint product. Well, you might as well call it, people said it was Sherwin-Williams, Ken. It's not, it is the same, trust me, it's the same. We'll put a link to below and we'll show you it's exactly the same. If you want, like I said, I still got this product upstairs in the attic. I can paint half of them right here, right down the middle, and be done. There you go. When I see people dropping out of the room, I know how you are. I can tell. See, when I say certain keywords, you react to those keywords. That's why I say them. It also, too, gives me an indication of who you are at the end of the day. So if I mention things about Partey, if I mention things about Crow, individuals will start to drop out of the room. These are naysayers that are coming into my channel that are watching my demonstrations. And every time I say that, it offends them. Oh, it's the truth at the end of the day. If it wasn't the truth, they would be the back their products up like I'm doing right now, correct? Okay, then. Now, let's go over here and let's look at the fruit right here. This is actually what you're getting at the end of the day. See how washed out it is? This is what you're supposed to be getting. Look how much better that looks. And on an uncalibrated projector. If they're telling you at the end, I've never, ever told a customer to calibrate a projector. Never. Why would I? You know how old calibrating projectors are? Yeah, but the professionals do it. The professionals calibrate projectors. Of course they calibrate projectors. Of course. Of course they use ambient light controlled environments. At the end of the day, why are you using an ambient light controlled environment for a screen that's supposed to be ambient light projection? Why are you using such an expensive projector for a screen? Because at the end of the day, that projector is doing all the work. This is not ambient light control. This is lights on or off. That's how it works in here. No ambient light control in here. When the experts tell you this is protocol for them. They have to have some kind of protocol to make up for the shortcomings of their products. The screen can't see proper color, you got to calibrate. The screen doesn't pick up well in a fully lit environment, use ambient light controlled environments. Where are you coming from? Not flying here. Look at that, flying ladybug. Alright, whatever. I don't kill you guys. Where are you? Where are you? Got a bug in here, I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm a big fan of not killing bugs, but it's kind of interesting. I need you to just land for just a minute. As long as you don't land on me and bite me, I'm good. It looks like I might have to kill you though, but I don't want to though. Yeah, usually when I get bumblebees and stuff like that in my house, I just put it into a glass container and I let them go loose. I don't like to kill bugs at the end of the day. Unless it's a spider and it's bigger than my hand, it's got to go. Or a quarter, it's got to go. Other than that, don't mind. As long as he doesn't decide to bite me. But I'm about to keep him trapped in this room until I figure out what he is. And then after that, I can't let him out snowing outside. He's definitely going to die out there. But then again, if he does bite, I'm going to have to get rid of him though. Where that would come from anyway. Anyway, okay. Must have been hibernating in the house somewhere. All right, okay. Let's go back and lights out. Again, home button. My bad. I hit it on purpose. Literally can't see Jack in here. Also displays our white levels. I love doing this. It shows up our white levels technology. White levels on our technology. It's coming. Trust me. Let's wait for it. There we go. You see all that beautiful color right there? Look how beautiful that looks. It's gorgeous, doesn't it? Well, we're going to take it away from you. Show you what you're really going to get. Look at the table. Look at the colors. Watch it wash out right in front of you. Some people get it confused. They come and they see that black screen down. They think it's the gray screen paint. No, it's not the gray screen paint. Let's bring it down again. Watch everything come to life in front of you. Watch how the color pops. Watch the red table. Watch your color pop right back in. There you go. Now it's interesting for a screen paint that we developed. In mind, the Phantom is the blackest screen we have. We don't have anything dark. It's the blackest screen we have. It's amazing how something that dark can produce a level, that white level, that high. Maintain color. My screen behind is much brighter than my screen. Look at the comparison of the two. This is why when people send me videos trying to scam my company, and I've had a few customers try to scam us and say, hey, look, the product came out that dark, I couldn't see it, so and so. Oh, we know you lied. We know you lied at the end of the day because we had demonstrations on our product on a 1,000 lumen projector in a maxed out zone. And we can show you demonstrations of the product being used on a screen far lighter than my screen and still be able to produce a beautiful image with no problem. So we know at the end of the day. What that one customer showed me that image, you see how black that image looked? We know what that is at the end of the day. It's paint. Because paint reacts to a screen when you lay it up against it like that. Yep, that's how we know. Because we do testing. That's why if we take the Sherman-Williams and we put it against his product, it blends perfectly. And then give them the opportunity to back it up at the end of the day. Now, anybody else, if their product didn't match that, you know they would back that up in a hot second. Like if someone said something like something about you that wasn't true, and you knew it was true at the end of the day, would you let them continue to say it, or would you back it up? There you go, back it up. That's what you're supposed to do. But if you can't back it up, then all you do is just hurl insults, because that's a defense mechanism to how you have to react. Because if you could back it up, you could, you would. But if you can't, your next thing you have to do is you have to lash out, and that's what most people do. It's human behavior. The one thing that these individuals don't understand, at the end of the day, when it comes to business, you have to do more than just basically make product and advertise product. You have to know how business actually works. There's a whole lot of it's like the game of chess. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. You have to strategize the whole entire thing. And also, too, human reaction is very important. How a person carries themselves and how they react, there's a lot of telltale signs at the end of the day that tells me that you can't back a product up. Because if someone shows me something like, hey, say your product's so and so and so, I'm going to come out and back my product at 100% because I know what my product can do. And I'm going to go over and beyond when doing this. But if I couldn't back it up at all, the only defense mechanism I would have is to lash out at that person, to try to tear them down as fast as possible. Damage control, something. That's how I know. That's why we give them those challenges there. That's to see exactly where they stand. It's kind of like having a feel for the minefields. You know what I mean? You throw something out there to see which ones trigger off, so you can figure out exactly where the mines are at, so you know not to step on any of them. It's kind of like fishing, throwing things out there to see what triggers and what clicks. And this is exactly what we do. All this is what you do in business. Anytime you're in a business meeting, you throw something out there so you can get one of those telltale signs to pop up so you can see a person for what they really are and go, okay, I can see what I'm dealing with right here at the end of the day. And that's why we send out those test demonstrations like, hey, lay meters flat on the ground. We know it's impossible. We know they can't do it, but we just want to see the reaction on how they're going to basically work their way around it. And usually it always ends up with them lashing out or ignoring. So that tells me at the end of the day, your product is flawed, it's not going to work, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and you can't back it up. But also, too, it outs you to everybody else, so everybody can see it. At the end of the day, this is an individual who can't back his product. I have your product upstairs, and unless you run your mouth and you say something disrespectful to me, I'm going to paint half of your screen right here in the middle. We're going to use it from now on in this environment. So then it's going to stay upstairs. But from the testing we've done already on the screen alone, you are matching house paint perfectly on all three. Which, like I said, we gave him the opportunity to go in and back this up, and it was never done. Went and checked the account, nothing, not a thing. You can't use the whole, well, this is their product, it comes out this black. Not when we're using that as advertisement now, because that's what we're doing. We're using that as advertising, as our product, it picks up such a bright level that we test it on black paint, we test it on black fabric, we test it on everything that's black. So you can't even use that anymore. So at the end of the day, like I said, people, it is what it is. Gray screens are trash, and they are. They don't pick up contrast, they don't pick up color, and our technology can pick up a white level, an amazing white level. When you have a black technology that can see white light that well, pretty much this stuff becomes obsolete. Now, if you are one of the naysayers, as I said before, trying to replace the mess that you have on your wall, because right now, if you have one of these paints on your wall, pretty much you just painted an overpriced primer on your wall. That's what you have at the end of the day. I would suggest for you to go out and get the Amazon tablecloth, the dark gray, because that one's one of the best ones I've ever seen so far. Other than that, it doesn't match your stuff in any way whatsoever, but at least it's something at the end of the day. All right, let's get rid of this. I gotta bring my screen down. AK, natural desire, cancel.
Getting that from YouTube.
Did it pull it? No. AK Desired Nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
I saw this demonstration right here in the dark. That's the first time I saw it displayed in the dark. I knew it was gonna come in the dark. There's no way to work display for the environment. I told you, what did I say on camera? We are going to run it to death. Did I not say that? How many areas did we project that image off of? Projected off a ceiling, and we projected it off a wall when the acoustic screens with a 1,000 lumen projector. We bounced it back and forth. We did a display you can see on the website of us shooting it off the ceiling. We did it outside at a 150-inch screen. We did it in the max out zone multiple times. Ran it off everything. I mean, literally everything. In the back room, we ran it off all 3 screens at the same time. 2 720p's at 600 by 800 res, and 1920 by 1200. Ran it all with the windows open and light pushing through. Can't do contrast demonstrations. We're gonna work on that too. We got another one coming out. Why you do not do contrast demonstrations in the dark? Bad idea. Extremely bad idea. Again, you're setting up the environment, and companies do this too. You're setting up the environment for the customer who's going to have to subject his environment to an ambient light controlled environment. Because the first thing they're going to say is like, well, I tried your screen in a fully lit environment, but it washed out. Well, that's not, you understand. You have to use it to optimize your viewing pleasure. You have to use this in an ambient light controlled environment. And it helps if you want to get your colors just right. You want to calibrate your projector. And then the point, like, and what kind of projector are you using at the end of the day? When he's installing, you don't want to go with that. You want to go with a more higher model. It's going to give you much more. See what I mean? At the end of the day, there you go. They just told you to spend more money for a projector, darken your environment, and you got to calibrate the expensive projector you just bought. Yeah, right. Are you kidding me? Now, when I saw this demonstration, of course, in the dark as always. That's not quality. I could do this outside if I wanted to. When we have demonstrations, we've done it outside. At 515 on a 720p projector with a 3,000:1 contrast ratio. And 18 feet back from the screen. Look at the background. So when I watched the demonstration, constantly had the camera way up close and constantly had the camera pointing on the female only, keeping you away from the background. And this demonstration was done in the dark. At the end of the day, your naysayers may not like this, but it's the truth, and you know it's the truth. Simple example, just go out and get some black paint from Home Depot. As I said before, at the end of the day, any black surface can pull a contrast level. The only problem is it can't see white light. That's the problem. We proved that already in the black and black demonstrations. Go out and get yourself some everyday black paint, paint that on a sample sheet, stick that in the middle of your screen, and do exactly what I'm doing right now and see what happens. I guarantee you that that black paint or that black fabric is going to pull a much better contrast level than your screen. You're not even going to see it. And if you turn the lights out, it's still going to beat your screen at the end of the day. The only difference you're going to have is you're going to pull a higher white level. That's it. Whether we're contrast-wise, that's going to kick the daylight side of your screen. Black paint, black fabric will beat the daylight side of your screen at the end of the day. Because that stuff can see a contrast level. You can't. Even if you turn out the lights, you still can't see contrast correctly. And we're going to test that theory too. You know how Mr. Bird is. If I say something, you know I'm going to back it up. You know I got something planned already. But let's show you what you're getting compared to our black technology that can also maintain a high white level, which means it can see the color and all the beautiful gold pop off the woman's skin tone with no problem whatsoever. Still maintain the black background, give you a 100% contrast level, and cancel all the excess light in the environment in one hit, even at 4,300 lumens. There you go. That's what you're supposed to be getting. Let's take the camera, let's lean it to the side. Let's look at the wall right here. Look at the wall. See how dark that wall is right there? Let's bring you up and show you how much light you're reflecting off the wall. If you're producing a contrast level, this right here, that right there wouldn't exist. Look at that. Now let me show you what you're supposed to be getting. Look at the wall. Don't worry about the female. That's not important. You look at this background right here. That's what you look at right there. And you look at the wall. That's what you're looking at right there. There you go. Rest of my case. I tell you, man, you've been an amazing lawyer. That's why I tell you at the end of the day, when he's got you naysayers, listen to these guys. Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. All I'm hearing when they talk is, you know, that cat that does a meow thing, meow, meow, meow. That's literally what I'm hearing when I hear them speak. When he sat there in the video and said that the best screen you can have for a dedicated theater room is silver and black. That's why I laughed on camera. I was like, oh, that's a joke. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. As he said in my video, all I do is just sit behind camera and talk trash. Nope, I don't do that. I like to back things up. I love doing that. I actually build environments, entire environments, just to show you exactly at the end of the day, test environments to show you at the end of the day what you're getting at the end of the day. Now, if he feels I'm wrong in this, he can back it up. I have no problem with that. Until then, I have not received any emails or he hasn't called me about basically shipping out the Sherwin-Williams package to him with the tablecloths. That's never going to happen. That's going to sit there on my table for quite some time. It'll probably be there all summer long. Probably might be all summer. He's never going to request that at all at the end of the day. He's not going to do that. So here you have a product at the end of the day underneath my screen that can match a tablecloth. It can match Sherwin-Williams at the end of the day. That the person who made the product can't even back it at the end of the day, but yet I can come here and show you where this product is going to fail your home theater setup on so many levels. It's not even funny. And no, you're not seeing color in any way whatsoever. TCL 4K demonstration. I love how she bounces me completely out of YouTube, literally. TCL, oh, cancel. Got it anyway. Now, I remember seeing this demonstration. Our so-called product was supposed to be up there, and the Phantom was right about right there. Mind you, we're going to use a Sony VPL FA30. This is going to be to display his video and the video we're going to do in real time. Same video, back to back in real time. So our surface was supposed to be right about there. It was supposed to be so dark you couldn't see her face, correct? Let's see what happens. Let's bring her screen down, see if we might get the same reaction. I guarantee I can bring black paint up here, it'll do the same thing. But we're going to do that. We're going to mimic his exact same demonstration with a dual projector to show you that if we can get the same reaction and the same video using the same paint, and we're using black paint in ours. That's going to a blacklist, by the way. That won't be going to site, that's going straight to a blacklist. Shows people committing fraud today. Oh, I keep doing this. I'm sorry, people. I did it again. I apologize. My screen was down the entire time. My fault. Let me bring mine up. I'm not doing it to be funny. I'm not doing it to be funny at all. I apologize. I literally thought my screen was down. I really did. I thought it was up for some reason. I don't know why. Isn't that insane how the white levels are that bright? Is that crazy or what? Like, wait a minute. Wait. Was this screen up or was it down? Was it down? Was it up? You can't tell, can you? Oh, well, that's what I tell you. At the end of the day, that black technology is freaking amazing. All right, there's the white screen. All right, let's bring ours down. Get that mixed up sometimes, you know? Oh yeah, you can see the car come to life back there. Yeah, that would be our technology. See how the yellow pops in and out nicely on our vehicles? Well, not our vehicles. Back here, look how nice it looks. There we go. It's just white levels, man, on this black technology, man. I mean, I get it mixed up sometimes. It happens. My bad. Mr. Bird, can you get together, please? Confusing us. Now, for those of you that were dying to see phantom technology in the dark, because we rarely do it. The reason why we rarely do it at the end of the day, it's not because our technology doesn't work in the dark. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely incredible. It's just too freaking easy. I'm used to doing demonstrations in fully lit environments. That's why I have the most fun. This right here is boring to me. It would drive me nuts if I had to do this all day. In the dark, all the time, all the time. Where's the challenge at? Now, when you have a projection screen, I've said this many times, when you have a screen that can produce in a fully lit environment without a problem, lights out, it's a cakewalk. I don't know where in the world somebody got the theory from that doing a demonstration in the dark was supposed to be so hard. Where do you get that from? And where does that even come from? Who even started that to begin with? Sorry, but that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So you mean to tell me being in an environment that's going to kill less of your lumens on your projector, that's going to promise to give you a brighter image, it's going to give you better contrast, it's supposed to be a hard demonstration compared to doing it outside or inside in a fully lit maxed out zone? Okay, I'll figure that one out later on. I would love to research and figure out who came up with that genius idea of saying, oh, at the end of the day, no, it's harder to do it with lights out. 4K snow screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
It's snowing right now as we speak, and it's snowing like cats and dogs out there right now. I had to check my food coming in. I'm gonna stop telling you when the screen's down, literally. Like I said, again, if our technology produced an image so dark and that screen being as light as it is, well, this screen would be so dark you wouldn't be able to see the individual snowflakes that drop. And keep in mind, I've done this demonstration outside at 415 on a 150-inch screen, 27 feet back on a 720p projector, and I was able to pull a light level so high of a black screen that I could reflect off the grass at a 190-degree viewing angle. You know how hard that is to do on a black technology outside at 4. I'm not talking about 6, there's 7 or 8 or 9, 415 or 456, somewhere around that time. Oh, wait a minute. Let's check out the white light. Remember, look at the white light. That's very important for you dedicated theater room setups. There you go. Let's recap real quick. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
The basic color red. You can't see it with the lights on or off. And you can't see it with the lights on. Which means if you can't see the basic color red, your screen's obsolete. There you go. All right, I'm done. I'm going to be posting this to the site. We did a live demonstration for this one. Usually I like to do these live because at the end of the day, you know, you have people that are just, my goodness, they just can't accept the technology at the end of the day. I mean, like I said, we've heard it all. Camera settings, projector settings, what was the other one we had? There's a bunch of them. Oh, one time we got accused of the screens being gray, they weren't really black, and all these little theories we had, but we debunked every single one of them at the end of the day with no problem whatsoever. But yet, when asked for others to do the exact same test, but similar stages and all, they can't back it up. Oh well. Oh, I'm thinking about getting myself some special t-shirts. They're not going to be for sale. They're probably going to be given away for free to my customers, but I'm not going to be, I don't like the whole merch thing. I got too much to do. I want to keep control of merch. I got too much to do. But it's going to be an interesting t-shirt. All right, well, with that being said, I actually got two of them. One of them I may have to ask for permission. I may have to get an attorney to ask for permission. I would like to use the Sherwin-Williams logo for something, but that's for something else. All right, let me see. Let me get all the down here. We got to do this demonstration, the paint on screen we did yesterday. Got to do that right there. Yeah, and I got to do a couple of promo videos for the site. Yeah, we're done. All right, thank you all for your time. You have a great screen. Well, yeah, and also too, at the end of the day, this also helps out people who may not have dealt with this particular individual at the end of the day and got, you know, they got scammed. I'm sorry, at the end of the day, you got scammed. If you went to Home Depot or Lowe's, some people just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and they just buy a great paint product and they put it on their walls and think it's going to work. Well, this is also an eye opener for you also too. So if you do have that, give us a contact, give us a call. We can help you get a much better screen without you being stuck in the dark with faded and washed out colors. All right, gotta go. Thank you all and God bless.